Hey guys, it's Candis with Smart Mom Blogger, and we are back after a little hiatus with the 10-minute Mom Blogger webinars. And what we're doing is we're shifting things up a little bit from just purely blogging advice and marketing advice to something that's even more important, and that is life advice. And to kick off this new, series, same series, but kind of a new wing of it. I have my friend and business teammate Shelby Putnam here to talk with us, and we are talking about discipline, all about discipline today. And I'm going to talk to you in just a second about why we're talking about that, why it's so important. But first, I did just want to introduce Shelby. Shelby Putnam, she is my network. We work our network marketing business together. I just joined a few months ago, and I think Shelby, when did you first start?
I actually signed up March 31st of
Okay.
so not too long ago.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So the reason I wanted to bring Shelby on to talk with us about this is because since I met her, she's just been a powerhouse when it comes to discipline and working with business and just making huge strides in her own life. And what I noticed was this one trait, discipline, and it's something that I have such a hard time with. So I was just like, tell me your tricks. And so that's kind of how this was all born. But Shelby, thank you for taking the time to be on the blog and interview with me today.
Absolutely, absolutely. My pleasure. I just am honored and privileged to share any little knowledge and helpful tricks of the trait I have as far as discipline and ways to grow as a person and ways to grow your business. Just here
Awesome.
to
Awesome. Well, I love it. And I can't wait to dive in and get your insights because when we first had that chat, I was like, oh my gosh, this is such good information. Because here's the thing too, it's like you can read about stuff online, right? You can like read these self-help articles or, personal development books, and that's all great. But when you witness somebody in real life, practicing something and having it make a real impact in their life, you really want to talk to that person and find out what they're doing. So that's what happened with me because I'm, on this kind of personal mission of personal growth. But when I see it in someone, it's very attractive and it's something that I want to know more about. So in regards to discipline, studies show that people with discipline are happier, they're more creative, successful. It's directly correlated with so many areas of success in your life. So I want to know from you, Shelby, because I know you had really great results with the 30-day healthy living program. You're doing amazing in the business. You're already promoted to the next level, and you're well on your way to the next level after that. And it's just this, you're kind of like this nonstop force right now. So all of that said, can you please share with us your wisdom and knowledge when it comes to discipline?
absolutely, absolutely. I have a lot of things I tell myself. That's probably my first and foremost, most important thing. And it's every morning during the day. Right now, while I'm talking, I'm even thinking in my brain that I got this. I can do this. Because guess what? This is my first live interview. I've never done these before, so I'm still talking to myself. But the biggest thing is in the morning, I wake up and I tell myself, I'm beautiful. I say something I'm thankful for. I say something I'm going to accomplish in the day. Regardless if I feel that way or not, I say it. Because if I say it, I see it, I believe it, and I know I can do it. So that's a big thing for me is positive affirmations every morning. It really helps. I put sticky notes around my house with everything. You got this. You can do this. You want this position. Go, go, go. So a lot of positive affirmation really, really helps me. A big trait I learned in gymnastics. One of my coaches used to always say, practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. It doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. Practice makes permanent. If
Mm,
you practice something one way, that's going to be the way it is. And until you change how you practice something, it's not going to change in your life. And they say it's 21 days to form a habit. So commit to 21 days. It's 21 days.
mm-hmm.
Commit to a good affirmation in the morning for 21 days.
I love that.
Just circle.
I love that. I love that because that's something that I feel like for me, for instance, rewind maybe a year and a half ago, I would have read or heard something like that and done the eye roll, like, oh my God, are you serious? Been like, seriously, that's what you're telling me to do. But I can testify to the fact that it works. Honestly, it works because we are talking to ourselves anyways, right? Like we have these little voices in our head, but most of the time they're negative and we don't even realize that they're happening. And so if we just take that intentional, I guess if we are intentional about what we're telling ourselves, it really can make a big difference. Because I mean, honestly, you said you tell yourself you're beautiful, you've got this. Like even stuff like that, I need to get that. I need to get into that habit because even just saying it feels good. It feels good to say that. And so why not, And
Well,
yeah.
you have to treat yourself like you would treat other people. You
Mm.
tell them all day long they're beautiful. Tell yourself that because you are. Like, you have to treat people like you treat yourself and look at that and like really treat yourself that way. Because I know as a mother and just as a woman, like it's my nurturing nature. I want to take care of everyone. And sometimes you put yourself on the back burner. But you will never, ever be able to pour into someone else's cup full, truthfully, unless you fill yours first.
Mm.
Positive affirmations in the morning helps fill that cup so you can pour out to others or pour into.
I love that. I love that. So true. Awesome. Okay, so you mentioned gymnastics, and I actually meant to talk about that at the beginning and then just totally forgot because that's my brain. But so Shelby is a five-time, tell me if I'm saying this right, a five-time national gymnast champion on the USA team.
Sports acrobatics. So 5-time national champion for sports acrobatics and tumbling.
Okay, so I mean, not just anybody gets to accomplish that. So I know that discipline has been a part of your life from a very young age. A lot of it has to do with that sports background that you had. So are these affirmations something that you learned with your sports background? Is that some of the coaching you had when you were younger, or is this something you developed later on?
It was throughout the coaching of gymnastics, and then as I grew as a person, I kind of morphed into my own ways and reasonings as that. But the big thing that gymnastics taught me as far as discipline was not only showing up on time for your workouts and stretching and having to do your rhythmic motions, was the visualization of things. To visualize. So before any routine's 2 minutes long, a tumbling strip where you do cartwheels, a 30-second thing. Before that, they would have me stand where I was going to take off, close my eyes, and visualize my entire pass that I was going to do, my entire routine. Visualize how you're going to do it. Not just the routine, but visualize how you yourself are going to do it and how you're going to act in that moment. Then open your eyes, take a deep breath, and do it.
Awesome.
I did that my entire life with gymnastics. I took it into cheerleading when I transferred into high school, and at the time scholarships weren't available for sports acrobatics. So I transitioned my background and changed it up. But to visualization makes things a reality.
Awesome. So is that way, leading into one of your other points I know you talk about, is you are a visual person, and specifically for the 30 Days to Healthy Living program that you've had such success with, you've really transformed your body and your health in such a short amount of time because you really stayed so regimented and disciplined to the program. And I know one of the things that you told me was that you put up kind of visual cues for yourself all over the place, not just those encouraging notes, which was part of it, but you kind of had, tell us about that. You had your whole calendar and everything like out, right? And all your products and everything set up.
Yeah, I wanted to set myself up for success. I didn't want to fail. I didn't want to let myself down. So what I did on my year-to-date calendar, my monthly calendar that I have in my kitchen, I also have workout videos on DVD because I'm a stay-at-home mom and leaving is hard, but we all have time and kids do nap at some point and there are a couple minutes we have to ourselves. So with those workout videos, I pulled them up. There were 6 different ones, and each day on my calendar, I put what workout video I was going to do. And I crossed it off as I did it. And it was so like a sense of accomplishment is a sense of fulfillment. You're happy because you achieved something.
Mm.
And the big thing is, yes, you set long-term goals, but you have to look at each day and each moment that you're there and go for that moment. So that's why I set everything up like that. So I could look at day one and say, day one, I need to do my cardio. I need to have this shake, then I'm going to have my fizz stick, then I'm going to do this, then I'm going to have my tea, then I'm going to go to sleep. And doing that every single day made a huge difference and a huge impact. And having everything out on my countertop was awesome because I never had to open a cupboard and accidentally see a Nutri-Grain bar that my husband eats on his way to work, or see the box of Cheerios that my daughter eats, because Cheerios are good, but I don't have gluten, or I don't have sugar in them. So leaving everything out on the counter without any other distractions and with the affirmations that I can do this was so helpful.
So
and
cool.
That's why I did succeed, and also checking in with accountability.
Mm.
That's
yes.
the huge.
Tell me more about that, because I feel like that's huge. That's one thing that I've been able to personally experience, the accountability part of it. And then I feel like, even though I'm not a very disciplined person in general, when it's like one of those little like loopholes you can find if you're not self-disciplined, to grab somebody to do it with you and help you be disciplined. So tell me, like, how did that help you? Tell me specifically.
The big way it helped me is it held me accountable. So my brain, I am, as a disciplined person, I hate failure. It terrifies. I don't want to fail. And bigger than that, I don't want to let the people around me down. So if I don't want to fail and I don't want to let people around me down, what's a good way that I can keep that momentum going? Getting an accountability partner. And getting an accountability partner that's close to me, that knows me. And that happened to be my sponsor, who welcomed me into my amazing network marketing business. And I checked in with her every single day. And it felt good. Because it was like, hey, guess what I did today? Oh my gosh, I did this. I did my shake. I worked out. And I realizing throughout my messages each day, I got more and more excited to do that. And I was looking forward to it. So it kept the momentum rolling. And it kept me wanting to do more. And there would be some days where I was busy because life happens. And all of a sudden I would get a message from her like, hey, did you have your shake today? I didn't see anything. What are you doing? Are you? And I'm like, oh my God, yes, I did. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But it creates a routine, and it creates a sense of belonging and a sense of fulfillment. And when you have someone by your side, I really feel like the world is like, you're capable of anything. If you really have someone to stand by you side by side, like, you can do anything. You can believe in yourself. And then those times when you're not, you have that accountability coach that's going to believe in you for you.
I love that.
So that was huge.
I love that. It's one of the things that I love. I'm realizing that I love so much about this business in general is that you always have cheerleaders by your side. And then also with the 30-day program, is that built-in accountability. But you know, if you get with a great coach, you can just do exactly what you do. Just check in every day, and that's awesome. Okay, last thing I want to ask you about, because you said this almost kind of quickly and dismissively at the end of your original Vox, which is just a messaging app that we use to chat with each other. It wasn't dismissive, but it stuck with me a lot. And it's because I had heard it before from successful people. And it's one of the things that when you hear about it, you're almost quick to dismiss it because it doesn't seem like it's that important. But you said, when I make my mind up to do something, I do it. So it's like you just made that decision. So can you tell me about that? Where is your mindset when you do something like that, and how does that affect your actions?
So at the point when I'm finally like, I've made my mind up, I'm doing it, my mindset right then and there is usually after a month or 2 months of second guessing what I'm trying to achieve, second guessing myself, looking for reasons not to do it because it's easier to not have to commit to something sometimes. That would lead me up to it. And then finally looking in the mirror and realizing Shelby, you are not happy. Like, your affirmations that you're doing in the morning, they're not helping you as much as they used to. What is going on? So I needed to change. And it's that hard, raw, real self-talk. No one knows you better than yourself. And if you look in the mirror and you know you need to change, like, the light bulb went off. And it literally, it's time to go. You got to go and make this change, because I personally wasn't happy. I really wasn't. I had postpartum depression. I was on medication. Like, there's tons of things. And I finally looked myself in the mirror and was like, enough is enough. Like, game on, girl. You got this. And yeah, the light switch went off. Light bulb goes on. And sometimes, like, even when you're laying in bed and like you're thinking about the day and like you're like, oh my gosh, there's that light bulb. Like, I need to go do that. That's literally the switch. And when that light bulb goes off in any type of subject or topic in your life, that's the switch of commitment, of like, oh, that's the aha moment. And it's just, as a personal, like, in the moment type of thing, it's your job to realize when you see that, to grasp it and run with it.
I love that. Well, I love that because, I mean, I think we all know and realize that motivation doesn't last, right? Like, it comes in waves and we get all fired up, and then the next day comes and we're like, well, I got life to do, you know, kind of lose it sometimes. And so I love what you shared, because I think discipline really is the way to carry that motivation onto actual change and progress. Like, if you can leverage that motivation and do what you did by setting up these systems, right? Like, set yourself up for success with the affirmations, with making a plan, writing it on your calendar, all of these things we talked about, then you can actually carry that motivation into actual change and progress. And I love that. I love that. So,
like, it's progress, not perfection. Nothing was built overnight, but things do get better overnight. And then in time, they morph and transform into these amazing things.
I love
progress,
that.
Day by day.
Love it. Well, Shelby, I think our time is up. We probably went a little over, but it was worth it just to get all of those knowledge bombs that you shared with us. And I am excited to see where you go in this business and with your health and your beautiful baby girl and your hubby. I've loved getting to know you, and thank you so much for your time tonight. And can't wait to see you at our next meeting.
Oh, yeah. So thank you so much, Candis. This was amazing and my honor and privilege. And just thank you. I hope I reached and tugged on someone's heart tonight.
Awesome. All right. We'll chat soon.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.